Yeah, it's a great atmosphere here at Orange Theory Stadium in Christchurch for the grand final. And tonight's referee is Ben O'Keefe, James Dolman and Paul Williams, his assistants. And the TMO for tonight's match, Brendan Pickerel. Those are your match officials, and very shortly, on a beautiful night, on a perfect surface, we'll be underway in this final. Justin, some final thoughts?
Well, no doubt about it. The Crusaders, statistically, historically, are an impossible nut to crack at home, and particularly in finals. Advice to the Chiefs, you've got to go out there and take every opportunity. Don't sit back and wait. Grab the game by the scruff of the neck. I'm sure they know that, and I think they're capable of doing it. This is going to be fascinating. Can't wait.
Late replacement, Tom Sanders on the field. Referee Ben O'Keefe checks both teams are ready. And the final Super Rugby Aotearoa 2021 is underway as Mo'unga bangs it off down as far as Lienert-Brown. Away to Weber. And the Chiefs spinning out of a couple of tackles goes Luke Jacobson. And they keep it inside the 22. Taukei'aho hands it on. As the Chiefs control the ball inside their 22. Back it goes to Gatland. And Bryn Gatland bangs it away down towards halfway. Nice tidy start.
Really tidy start. Like the way that they were quite prepared to shift it a couple of times. In the first shift, went right to the middle of the field, which broke that Crusaders defence up, set Gatland up for a good exit.
Codie Taylor throws, first line out. Won easily by Grace. Now Havili turns it back on the inside. And it was a forward pass to George Bridge, who took a heavy knock.
Forward pass.
But an early mistake by the Crusaders.
Well, they tried to bring Bridge into the game. Got it into the midfield nice and early. Havili looked on the inside, but look who was there. Peter Gus Sawakula, who was outstanding last week, earned and deserved his spot
Keep it up.
in the blindside flanker jersey. Fascinating contest tonight. Can this front five, Smithy, stand up to this very formidable Crusaders front five?
Well, I think if any pack has shown throughout this season that they can, I think it is this Chiefs pack, and I believe that in this front row that they believe that they can take them on. Nothing in those weights.
Sit. Come up.
Remarkable transformation in the Chiefs scrum this season. It has become a weapon, and of course we know that the Crusaders scrum has been a weapon for a number of years.
It was an early chance, Justin. You said you've got to go for it, take the game by the scruff of the neck. Here's a chance for the Chiefs to go. They've got some options here.
They certainly have. I like the fact that McKenzie's directly in behind the scrum. Yes, it's common for fullbacks to go there, but with his ability to play 10 as well as a first receiver, sum up what the decision is and the right side to go. To me, it's the right. They can get a good platform.
So when it goes from Weber, held in the back. Weber under a bit of pressure, got it away though to Nankovic, stepping nicely, got his pass off nicely too to Jacobson, and the Chiefs move down towards the 22, looking for the ball to come quickly as Weber. Now it does, it's there for Gatland. McKenzie hands it on quickly. Lienert-Brown trying to spin out of the tackle of Bridge as Weber swings it away again, this time for Taukei'aho, the impressive hooker. Weber again, McKenzie first receiver. Taukei'aho in a wee gap over the top of the ball, trying to grab it as Barrett. Couldn't do it though. Now McKenzie hands it on for Sawakula. Good tackle by Grace. He's a danger with the ball in hand as Sawakula. Now Jacobson once more as the Chiefs get plenty of ball time early on. Intercept by Blackadder. Just on the Chiefs side of halfway. Ball coming for Mitch Drummond. Away now for Mo'unga. Havili gets away easily from Sawakula. Flicks it away to Reece. And they're coming in. That's Drummond. Beautiful tackle on him by Lienert-Brown. Inside the 22. Lost it forward. And it's a scrum Chiefs ball.
Oh, two very classic pieces of offence and defence. First of all, as the Crusaders managed to effect the turnover from Ethan Blackadder. Gets up and in the face, snaps the intercept, and then David Havili, the skill set outside Soakula, in between two defenders, sets Sevu Reece away. But check out the defence of Anton Lienert-Brown. Not only there, he targets the ball, which forces Drummond, who is looking on the inside, to spill it. Wow, what a great start from both sides. We are going to be in for some entertainment this evening.
All action early, 4 minutes gone.
Patience. Cross. Binds. 6.
This time a defensive scrum. Jacobson quickly off the back, away for Nankiville. Gets it almost to the 22,
Outside.
Alex Nankiville.
Ball's there. You're pushing it into him.
Now Weber,
Taken back.
Nanai-Seturo.
Hold him, Black.
My word, that's a massive punt away downfield. Reece right back to his own 22. Now Will Jordan, first opportunity to watch his freakish skills tonight. Tries to bust through, but well held, just near halfway. Drummond, Moanga looks on the inside for Reece.
Advantage, one Black offside.
And a penalty advantage coming here as Barrett charging hard. Makes good ground. Drummond sweeps it away to Moanga. Out into midfield for Blackadder. Running hard as always.
Out Black.
Still playing under this penalty advantage. Drummond gets it away for Alaalatoa. Now Whitelock as they march down towards the 10 metres.
One Black offside.
But it's a penalty against Aidan Ross, who was offside.
Okay. Number 1 never got back. Offside.
Decision time already for the Crusaders, and they're opting for the corner. Trust is an early line out, an early set piece, one of their great strengths. Just a little glimpse there that if you kick too deep and you give Will Jordan too much space, he's always going to run it back a long, long way and take some stopping.
Well, this is where the Crusaders can be at the most lethal of lineouts. So Taylor lobs it in. Whitelock. Blackadder takes it off him. Here comes Drummond. Now Fainga'anuku. Busting tackles. Right into centre field they go. Ball is there. Snapped up by Sanders. Good clean out by the Crusaders. Taylor just overruns it slightly. So they're going to have to leave it for Drummond. Hands it away to Blackadder. Good defence by the Chiefs. Drummond looks again to his right. Moanga goes wide. Reece for the corner. Steven Reece, I reckon he's in.
Look, I've actually got the ball on the line and over, but look, we'll just check it. Yeah.
They are going to have a look at it. But I think Sevu Reece planted it on the white stripe.
Yeah, absolutely.
BP, TMO check. We've got the ball on the ground. On-field decisions try. We just want to make sure he hasn't lost it as he's placed it over the ground.
Well,
Could be an on-field decision try. We'll check for a knock-on.
Ben O'Keefe goes to Brendan Pickerel. He has allowed that one dynamic movement, Sevu Reece. So the dynamic movement will be now. He can reach out and puts it down on the line.
Ben, you can award the try.
First try of the final.
Just so much energy. The Crusaders, the intensity from the line out was a really nice take from Sam Whitelock. Then Fainga'anuku, he hit that line with so much pace and power. This will be an outstanding view of it. Drummond hits him flat, busts a tackle, pumps a leg. From there they had a couple of goes, and then Moanga nice and flat across to Sevu Reece, stutter step, bangs it down. The Crusaders strike early.
Well, ominous too for the Chiefs, because you give them one opportunity. It was the first penalty that conceded in the match, and it was a good decision to go for the corner instead of taking a pretty difficult 3. But they converted it, and that's what they do at this time of the season, don't they? They convert opportunities. 1 from 1 already. Can he make it 7?
Looks pretty good. Bang down the middle it goes. 7-0. Crusaders lead.
Just so powerful close to the line, Sevu Reece. There's plenty of defenders there that are trying to make their way across to stop him, but his explosiveness and then his power, just too good.
Gatland from halfway. Taken down by the try scorer, hands it off to Grace.
Inside! Hold Black, use it!
Mitch Drummond needs a bit of protection, and he gets it. Mackenzie waits. And beautifully timed run by Reece. And look at the red jerseys get there.
That's fine, counter's good.
And it's going to be there for the Crusaders. Grace was able to snaffle it. Now Mo'unga.
Okay, stop here, stop!
Turning them. Oh, and he's just overdone it. The idea was good. Execution, not so much.
The Chiefs have got a man down. I think it might be Jacobson. In fact, it's Brown who has moved. He is usually in the loosies. It's probably why I was confused into the locking position this weekend, but they certainly are aware now of the intensity of the finals when the Crusaders are playing at home, because the way that they are punching onto the ball, hitting the breakdown. Mackenzie's there. There's a number of Chiefs supporters here, but the body angle and the leg drive of the Crusaders was superior, which enabled them to turn it over. Well, if the Chiefs are wondering, it's in their face now. They have to get their game face on very quickly, because the Crusaders, they are in this.
Well, they're in it big time. And the accuracy of that kick from Drummond was absolutely pinpoint, because it gave Reece the perfect opportunity to nail Mackenzie, and that is the difference. You kick deep to Mackenzie, he'll be like Jordan. If you kick contestable, they can do very little. That was a wonderful kick, and it was just the inaccuracy of Mo'unga right at the end, only by inches, that didn't turn out to be a wonderful play.
Well, he's up on his feet, Mitch Brown, and he'll take his place at the line-out.
Wait, guys, we're going to wait till time's on. So you just sit back, sit up correctly.
Clayton McMillan in the middle there has done wonders this season. Now, Taukei'aho. Tipped away beautifully by Whitelock. So they're going to contest all the line-outs as Drummond hands it up. Good charge. Ball will be there, though, for Drummond.
Right here.
Nanai-Seturo coming forward. Oh, beautifully done. The left winger secures possession for the Chiefs. Now it's away to Ross. Just still in Chiefs territory. Away for Gatland. Now test for Jordan. And they wait patiently, and he gets thumped big time. All comes away, though, with Fainga'anuku. Weber down. Now Mo'unga. Crusaders again. Over the top. Locked over the top is Boshier.
On the ball.
And now we have to focus back on Brad Weber, who's a little worse for wear.
Yeah, he is. He stayed down, Brad Weber, after the collision with Fainga'anuku. An area that Chiefs are very dangerous is that breakdown. Fainga'anuku picks it up. Boom, far. Down you go, son.
Well,
that's just his power. We've seen that all season.
He might have just run into his right elbow there. And so they'll look at that very, very closely, the medical staff. Just an early sign, maybe an area of caution there. They've sacrificed a bit of height in their makeup of their tight five by putting Brown in there and leaving Akoi on the bench. Lost the line out. Let's just keep an eye on that.
Well, that's an excellent kick by Bryn Gatland. So this is the Chiefs' first real opportunity in this game. 12 minutes in. Taukei'aho. Nicely secured by Vaa'i. Now here's Weber. Swings it away. Gatland for Mackenzie. Crusaders unsuccessful in trying to turn it over. Now Luke Jacobson back in the side. Penalty coming the way of the Chiefs here as Weber away for Taukei'aho. Gatland well contained in the tackle. of Grace. As Webber works it away for Lienert-Brown. Anton Lienert-Brown. Jacobson in a half gap. Closed pretty quickly. Webber again. Again Lienert-Brown. Still playing under this penalty advantage. And there is no advantage.
Watch your entries. Don't come in the front.
Gentlemen, they will take a look at Brad Webber on picking. Te Torawa. The Huriarangi is poised to come on for him, and that's a call from the medical staff sideline.
Well, before he goes off,
advantage back and forth.
He needs to make a call, Brad Webber. Do they go for post? What's their mindset? Or do they go for touch?
You know, they're killing it because they know that we're under.
Yeah, we're very aware of that.
So we really want to play it that point.
So he said his bit to the referee, and now he's moving on.
Guys, shot called, stay there.
So it is going for post. So the Crusaders turn down their first opportunity. The mindset of the Chiefs is different. Brad Webber makes his way out the tunnel for his HIA. Very able replacement, though, to Toiroa Tahuriarangi. I thought he's been excellent in the time that he's been getting off the bench, so good to have depth in that position when you do lose a key player.
Yeah, I think it's a good move too to get some points on the board and just settle into having a new player on the field. Luke Jacobson has taken over the captaincy momentarily while they sort out the Brad Webber issue. But I think in this situation, when you're down here, you've got to come away with some profit, stay in touch.
So a chance to bring up 100 points in just 9 games, of course. So Mackenzie's first kick of the night, and it is over, and the Chiefs are on the board in the final after 15 minutes. He'll captain the side in the absence of Webber as Mo'unga goes deep. Mackenzie calls for it, and he'll unload with a powerful punt downfield and puts it well and truly into touch, does Damien Mackenzie.
Okay, Reed, you're there, Black. 8. All right. Don't come across. Use the mark. Angus at the front. Keep that space there. Keep it.
Taylor's throw towards the back. Well taken down by Grace. Thumping run by Fainga'anuku. Very physical player. And they took a long time to put him away. And it comes to Drummond. Now Barrett away from Mo'unga. Havili. Beautifully weighted kick. Here come the chances. Will Jordan. What a beautiful kick and a lovely try.
And just too much momentum. He is a runaway freight train, Leicester Fainga'anuku at the moment. He is creating them game line and more, and because of that the Chiefs defenders cannot get back. They're on the back foot the whole time, which gives players like David Havili, Will Jordan, Richie Mo'unga to get on the front foot, which they are here. He's well over the advantage side, so everybody's rifling on the ball. A nice little stab ahead, great decision maker, Will Jordan. Why not? Why not?
Well, they were playing under advantage, so he had a little bit of freedom to do that, but he also assessed the situation. There was a group of 3 defenders very close together. Mackenzie was at the back of them, but they were all very close together, creeping across to the right. He straightened them with the kick. Mackenzie couldn't turn around in time. It was beautifully read by Havili. He's turning into a wonderful midfield player, Justin.
Absolutely. And the ability to sum up the situation. We saw his skill set earlier where he brought in 2 defenders out of the right-hand backhand offload to Sevu Reece. That time with defenders on him, he changes the picture with a grubber kick through. Jordan, he can always sniff a try. So much balance, Havili.
Kick is wide from Richie Mo'unga. So 2 tries so far to the Crusaders. The first by Reece, and now this one by Jordan, who just continues his remarkable run of tries. Gatlin's kick. Taken in by Reece. Away for Race. Now Drummond. Bauer. Turning it wide for Jordan. Here he goes again. Fainga'anuku hands it off to Bridge. And they've run this right up to the 10-metre line. As Mo'unga hands it on to George Bauer. Drummond again. Mo'unga. Blackadder. Asking all sorts of questions of the Chiefs' defence here. Mo'unga wide for Reece. Good tackle. Nanai-Seturo. And into touch. No penalty.
Nankivell over the ball.
He's on the ball.
His technique was perfect. And what he managed to do was when Reece was trying to spin himself on the ground for ball placement, which the players are allowed to do, that dynamic movement I'm talking about in the laws of the game are not just in a try and scoring motion. Though when you go to ground, you can make one dynamic movement. When Reece went to make his, Nankivell was onto it, got his hands right on the ball. Snaffle's a very important turnover. Gatlin, how good's his line kicking at the moment? He's rolling the dice.
Wow, that's a kick and a half.
I'm not sure that was on purpose, but he'll take it. I don't think he was looking that far downfield, but from that angle, that is simply unbelievable to give them this opportunity.
Looks like they've got backs wandering into this line out. In fact, they've got the whole team apart from Damien McKenzie.
Wow, this is
Good
interesting.
space. Holding on the line.
They want to win it.
13 in the line out. They do win it.
It's a ball, wait.
Now they try and
Back,
move
back.
this. Crusaders are actually going backwards at the moment.
That's one going back. Come on.
It's there. So, Taukei'aho slings it away. Here's Nankivell in a bit of space. Looks to slip the pass. Son of McKenzie! Oh, what a try that is! Damien McKenzie.
Whoa, let's bring some razzle-dazzle wine after this contest. The Chiefs, innovation at the line out. Taukei'aho summed it up brilliantly. He bounced to the left, saw there was nothing on. Flicked a wide pass out to Nankivell. Nankivell decides to take on Sevu. Reece gets on the outside. There's a ball. Yes, boy. Damien McKenzie, how about his finish? Whatever you can do, Will, I can do just as well.
That is outstanding from Nankivell because he drew Jordan in as well. As Gary was, he ran so far that Jordan thought, well, I've got to get this guy, I've got to help Reece out. And when he did, McKenzie was on the spot outside him to get that beautiful offload. But it was just great decision making. I guess you have to say a 13-man line-out work because that's the end result of it. It looked a bit confusing at times, though.
20 minutes gone, and what a final we've had so far. Looks to fade it back in, and what a beautiful kick that is. And the Crusaders only lead by 2.
Let's have a very quick look at what Alex Nankivell does. He's on his way down to the ground with a tackler on his back. There's a ball. Wow.
Quickly kicked off by the Crusaders. Lienert-Brown is back, and he thumps it hard. That's a long, long kick, and it's a beauty from Anton Lienert-Brown.
Okay, we'll hit the line out. Chiefs, don't come across. Here's your mark, yep. Yep, keep them there.
Thrown quickly, Alaalatoa wins it at the front. Now Mo'unga. Havili drops it on the boot. Might have been partially charged there. It's in now with McKenzie, looking to start a counter. Here goes Saukula, just near halfway. Taukei'aho sweeps it away for Vaa'i. Now Gatlin, flat pass, McKenzie heaves it on and put down, and he knocked it on initially.
Knock on, forward then bounce back.
Nanai-Seturo, he had a little bit of space on the outside too.
What has been really fascinating for me in the opening 22 minutes and how prevalent as this. Our player cam is Damien McKenzie, Sky Sport 50. You want to tune in to just follow him throughout this game, because the point I was going to make is his involvements in the game already. He is basically coming in as a first receiver. On attack, he's not really playing the traditional fullback role at all. He is either a first or second receiver, and it is creating some problems for the Crusaders with his lateral movement. He brings defenders in, creates space for others, and you take your eye off him for a moment and he'll skin you like a cat that quick.
Good news for the Chiefs, fellas. Their skipper is back sideline. He has passed the HIA. Great news.
We have to keep our height up, okay? You've got to hit out and straight. You've got to be straight as well, so not going in.
So Hurirangi will
keep it up.
Play this next phase, and then Weber will come back on.
So it's a good platform to launch from here with a solid scrum. That's Drummond passing from right to left. Mo'unga is quite wide. Now, the last 3 times they've gone to Fainga'anuku. I wonder whether or not this time they just put him in the face of those defenders who will be expecting him to run hard, probably double team him, and just subtly miss him.
Right, and it goes from Drummond. Away, flat pass from Mo'unga. Spied to Jager. Now Fainga'anuku needs a bit of support inside the 22. Quick ball for Drummond, he gets it now. Now the cross kick, the chase is on, Bridge and McKenzie. The bounce beats McKenzie, and they managed to put Jordan over the touchline. Oh, boy, the bounce, the bounce.
The bounce. So there you can see Mo'unga, who made the break. Jordan was free, the bounce of the ball was favourable for Will Jordan earlier on, not for Bridge that time.
Chiefs win their line out. Hurirangi does really well. Off it goes to Taukei'aho, ploughing his way over the 22. Nice run by the hooker. Now it's away for Saukula. Goes over the top of Codie Taylor.
Advantage.
And they get a penalty, the Chiefs.
Not supporting your body weight. You've got one hand over. You've got to be upright. It's got you too long.
Well, as they've done all season, the Chiefs have played themselves slowly back into this game. They were on the rack early.
He's had 2 or 3 touches to Hurirangi, and they've been golden, so when he comes off the bench later on in the piece, you'll know he'll come with confidence.
So the skipper is back.
All right, time on.
Taukei'aho. Again, the Crusaders compete. And the ball goes loose. And it looks like it might be Chiefs' ball again.
Red, don't creep in. Let's just watch this game, make sure
they are lacking height. They made that decision early on in the week.
Keep talking to him.
And that, of course, was to go with Brown at 5. Who's not a tall man.
Who's in? Who's in?
Confusion here.
You're going to match up.
Chiefs are not sure how many they want on the line out.
Keep your space, Red.
They go short. Clever move this time. Won by Jacobson. And the penalty advantage coming here as well. Now Weber goes flat to Gatland. And they'll go back for the penalty.
6, you're in the side, over the top.
It's decision time now. The line kicking from Gatland's been unbelievable to put them in that position again. And Mackenzie's very accurate as well. They could get in front.
Oh, sorry, Bryn.
Looks like Gatland is going to look for the touch.
Hey, Scott, there's 2 pretty negative
Gets it
things
down
right.
towards the
Okay,
22.
Not on the side.
So it looks like the Chiefs are going to take the full complement to the line out here. And in it goes. And again, the Crusaders. Here's a run by Bridge as the Crusaders steal another line out. Now Drummond across to Moonga, punching it hard. Got McKenzie scrambling back. This one sits up nicely for him though. And he gets it away for Nanai-Seturo. And that's a lovely punt as well. Down as far as Jordan. He's got Moonga lurking out to the left. Looking at a change of direction. And down he goes, still on the Crusader side of halfway. And a knock on by the defending champions. And somehow the Chiefs did really well to get that one out.
All right, well, we've got the opportunity now to go down to assistant coach for the Crusaders, Tamaiti Allison. Tamaiti, your impressions of the first 28 minutes of this game so far?
Yeah, it's been physical. The breakdown, ball carry's been really physical out there.
You've obviously made a decision to compete at the line out. You've stolen a bit of their ball. Is that something that you feel is a weakness of theirs?
Oh, I think we just want to put pressure on in all the set piece. Mashi, ke te mohio pai tātou he kapa kaha tēnei, ngā rangatira. We know the Chiefs are a strong team and they'll play for 80 minutes, so we put pressure on where we can.
Thank you, Tamaiti, really appreciate it. Good luck.
Tēnā koe.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's purely accidental. So there's no swinging arm there. Jordan was running into the tackle, ducking, and all he's done is just catch the bicep.
So you can come back to me when you're ready. So BP, yeah, it is foul play. It's a high tackle, but he's trying to do everything right to make a good tackle. The player's low, and he just gets it wrong slightly by getting in the chins. It's just going to be a penalty here for the Crusaders. Cool. Boys, just a penalty. It's just high tackle. Penalty here. I'll wait for you back 10.
Good refereeing. Very good refereeing.
We'll keep the challenge.
And as you can see, nobody's upset. So that was a challenge. Captain's referral from Scott Barrett. Successful one, so they keep their challenge and win a penalty.
Penalty, high tackle.
First half has absolutely flown. Just 11 minutes to go until half time.
Step.
Crusaders have been good at the line out. Whitelock quickly off the top. Here's Reece. Taken near the 22. Again, the Chiefs trying to lock over the ball. Now Barrett moves it off to Taylor. Again, Drummond swings it off to Moonga. Havili pops it over the top to Bridge. Inside the 22 they go. As Mitch Drummond feeds it up to Whitelock. Having a strong game already, Sam Whitelock. Now George Bauer. Again, it's there for Drummond. Working down the left-hand side with Alaalatoa. Drummond again. Blackadder. Probing away at this Chiefs defence. Jordan. Fainga'anuku. Ball is loose. Been knocked on by the Chiefs.
Stop, boys. There's a knock-on advantage. He's on the ball. Seven's on the ball as well, but no advantage to the knock-on.
Well, it was Lachlan Boshier who was locked over the ball, but then he lost it forward.
Boy, I tell you what, they were in tandem. And including Peter Gus-Sowakula as well. Boshier and Jacobson. It was Jacobson first. He actually won the turnover, but didn't get it cleanly, which made the ball bobble free. Then Mitchell Drummond dived on it. So here you go. Here's Jacobson, so he wins this. This is how good the two of them are. It pops out. Mitchell Drummond goes down, and then his partner in crime is right there as well. They are super dangerous around that breakdown, those two.
They have a big blind to operate here with the Crusaders. They've got Reece out to the right. So a good 20 metres infield. Plenty of room to action something off the back through Cullen Grace, maybe.
10 minutes out from half-time in the final. And the Crusaders crabbing away to the left. Referee wants...
Guys, we're resetting, so it's gone straight down on the far
to be
side.
Reset.
Yeah, it was never right.
want to come next side?
Alaalatoa on the tight head, and Aidan Ross, who has had a very good season on the loose head for the Chiefs. Both their elbows went to ground straight away
Hit and hold
at the
until ball's
engagement.
in.
It was never going to work.
Okay, they're going to hit and hold till the ball's in. Keep that weight, nothing early. 9. Once it's stable, in. Once it's stable, get it in. Crouch! Binds! Set! In half!
And it goes from Drummond. Reece holding in the back, still holding. Again, the scrum screws away, and it somehow appears on the Chief side. Off it goes to Lowe. Jonah Lowe puts the gas down. Quickly there is Nankiville, swings it off to Soakula, now Taukei'aho.
Okay, now you're out.
He's right through the middle, he's okay, so Webber has to sweep it off the ground for Gatland, and away goes Bryn. Gatland up the middle. He's got support from Soakula. He goes quickly to Lowe, flips it off to McKenzie. Great defence by the Crusaders, but the Chiefs on the front foot, ball coming slowly. Now Webber, off it goes again. Taukei'aho twice in the movement, just near the 22. Webber working the blind side with Boshier. Soakula, lovely pass. McKenzie puts the foot down. Lowe scoops it up. Diving for the corner. I don't think so.
I'm with you. But man, there was some magic down that touch. Soakula and McKenzie tried to create something for Jonah Lowe. He was in the moment, trying to extend himself.
Decision, no try. We believe he's out. We just want to make sure, check the touch line, check the grounding, if there's a try or not.
The Chiefs are just growing.
Okay, on-field decision is in touch, but we'll check touch line and grounding.
You can tell that just by the support play, the offloading, the passing has been absolutely outstanding. Will Jordan will do enough here, just enough, you feel. Just short.
Wow. From behind,
there wasn't a lot in it. It would have been a brilliant finish to a great move, but Jordan has just been equal to the occasion. Jonah Lowe in the move a couple of times. Taukei'aho in there as well. Soakula.
Did he get the point of the ball on the line?
I don't think so. Just short. First point of impact is the key, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that by the time if it did roll over, his shoulder was in touch.
What do you think in terms of...
What a smack in the mush, too.
I think maybe, possibly at some stage it has grazed the line. However, by the time it did, his shoulder was in touch. Just keep an eye on that ball-carrying shoulder. He gets a bang in the face. And it's short there. And then if it does graze it, by that stage, that ball-carrying shoulder's in touch.
Ben, there is, answering your question, there is contact to the face initially in the tackle.
Yeah. Okay, so Brendan, my decision is, so he hasn't scored the try, so we can come back from that. But just like before, we've got pretty low danger, high contact, so it's just going to be a penalty here to the Chiefs to set the line out.
Yes, that's correct, Ben.
Yeah, okay, cool. Boys.
So there was contact with the face.
Yeah.
From Will Jordan, and so it's a penalty. No try, but a penalty.
Just like before, it's a penalty, so back on the line.
It's line-out time, I smell. Something cooking here for the Chiefs, Smithy.
Well, showed us a variation already we never expected with 13 in the line-out.
Yeah, and to be fair, the two instances they've been down here, the Crusaders have not competed 5 metres out. So they can be more assured of their ball. However, I wouldn't put it against Sam Whitelock to give it a go. Great reaction from the coach's box. They're enjoying themselves. Good to see.
Here we go. Taukei'aho to throw. Lobs it in. Won by Vaa'i. Crusaders are nice and low, driving them back. Taukei'aho has a look. Not much going here, so he'll have to go himself. Gets the pass away to Webber. Havili read it well. And this will be held up. And this will be turned over for sure. Great work by David Havili.
Stop!
It was great work by David Havili, but the initial excellent work was done by that Crusaders tight 5. They didn't enable the Chiefs to get the ball to the back quick enough. By the time Taukei'aho got his hands on the ball, it had already gone backwards 3 or 4 metres. He tried to generate some momentum off the back, and then Havili coming in from the centres, he just smashed into Weber, kept him on his feet, created the turnover.
Yeah, there's no other ball carriers available, were there? He was the one on the Taukei'aho's left shoulder. It was only Weber available, and certainly not the right weight, height, body type to get it any further forward. Havili, again, very, very smart play, holding him up until he got the support, which was always going to be there. What a season he's having. Man.
5, 6.
Right, Reece off the back, lost it behind him for a moment. Then makes a solid charge. Drummond back for Mo'unga. And his kick is not out. Waiting back is low. He's got McKenzie to his left. Now it's with Nanai-Seturo. Looks to step his way past Havili. Can't do that though. Ball is there, loose. Hacked away by Reece. Now they're all after it. Nice work by Bryn Gatland.
Really well done.
The ball now. Hold, it's not out, wait.
So a cooler.
Okay, use it.
Standing over it, but Weber's back in time. And off it goes to Ross, as the Chiefs try and move this out from inside their own half. With just over 5 minutes remaining, McKenzie looking for some space. Can't find any space though. Jordan cut it down. Now here's Mo'unga looking to conjure something up here. Goes hard and straight. Ball is there. Crown didn't like the tackle. Whitelock. Taukei'aho makes the tackle there. Drummond. Big hit by Nankiville. Hard man to put down though. Fainga'anuku. As Drummond got a penalty advantage as Havili. Drummond quickly across for Blackadder. Nice work by Barrett. Turned it in field.
Again, your advantage.
Another penalty as the Crusaders pile it on here just before half-time. Jordan stretching in. Now he delivers. Reece drops the little pig in the back. And it's loose. And it's time for the penalty. I think a couple of penalties there.
I've got it.
Well, it was all off a breakdown turnover. The Chiefs tried to launch some counter-attack, but the Crusaders were there. Sevu Reece hacked it ahead.
Bryn.
And that launched the breakout. Blackadder showing that he's got a skill set. He's not just a hard runner. Really nice pop-up as well from Scott Barrett. Managed to create a couple of opportunities through penalties. The Crusaders couldn't get any advantage. This time they opt for the post. Smithy, interesting. The line-out's been so good.
Yeah, well, it has been good, but Justin, I think that maybe that Scott Barrett is feeling that this is going to be very tight, and there's not going to be a hell of a lot in it come there, and you don't want to turn down an opportunity, I guess, like this. To go 5 points clear so close to half-time, you get the restart back, you might be able to do something more. But this is test match type stuff. Everything has got to be counted on.
81% kicking. Richie Mo'unga and
no doubt about that one. Mo'unga kicks his first penalty of the night, and the Crusaders are ahead by 5.
Very important 3 or 4 minutes this for the Chiefs in particular. Must not give away any free stuff now.
Another deep kick down as far as Reece. Might have got a tap on the head there. He did.
yeah, just a bit of inexperience there. Nanai-Seturo.
There are just too many high tackles, okay? So it becomes a repeated issue. If we have another high tackle, we're yellow card.
Well, I imagine that's for both teams. I don't know why he's only warned Brad Weber. He should be warning Scott Barrett as well.
Yeah.
I'll take it that it is a warning for both teams. But yeah, He chased really well, Nanai-Seturo, but he just needed to slow his foot speed down. He was never ever going to be in a position to make a tackle on Reece. If he slows his foot speed down instead of just recklessly throwing out the arm, he makes a difference because he's way up there. But you can see how fast he's going, has no time to adjust.
Well, the Chiefs have turned one over at line-out time. Now McKenzie brings it under control. Anton Lienert-Brown. It'll be there for Weber as the Chiefs look to finish this first half strongly. Taukei'aho taking a fair bit of putting down. Now they do, as Weber. McKenzie waiting as Reece. Plenty of traffic there though, but Reece does really well. And he tried to pop the ball up, and it's been turned over again by the Crusaders. Now Vaa'i. So the Chiefs having one last shot at it here, going to get a penalty. Soakula shovels it away to Taukei'aho. Now Gatland, McKenzie, Lienert-Brown, Low looking to make it through, playing under a penalty advantage here. Boshier off for Brown, and Mitch Brown sets it. Weber now, McKenzie again. Gatland swings it away, boy. Away for Nanai-Seturo, gave him a bit of space, that's for sure. Now pretty much back to where the penalty was given. As off it goes now for Boshier, and no advantage.
Actually, you know, it may seem a little bit flamboyant what Bryn Gatland did, but he knew they were playing under the advantage, so it's a reckless type of pass, but if it comes off, then that's genius. If it doesn't, well, you go back to the penalty, which they eventually did. So he obviously thought about it, worked it out, and it was worth the risk.
But don't you love to see that from a Chiefs point of view, though, Justin? Because you know, you're expecting that from McKenzie any time, any moment of the game. You get two or three guys doing the unexpected.
Just give us space.
So we've got another captain's challenge here. Potential foul play against one of the Chiefs players.
Again, guys, I haven't seen anything. Nothing live.
If this penalty stands, Justin, what do you do?
Look,
I'm all over it. I got it.
I think they, with Damien McKenzie, the way that he's kicking, I think they banked the three that had such a good half to go in. Basically, only two points behind at half-time would be exactly where they would want to be if you'd asked them at the start of this game. In touch, game on. Not that they're not now at this score. So,
Ben,
you know,
if you could just bear with us, we're just bringing it up.
We're watching 6.
So they're looking at Peter Cooler and the yellow headgear hitting that ruck.
Well, I didn't really see anything wrong with that, did you?
Unless he led with his shoulder, but you know, just have a look at the 6 here.
He's tried to wrap that right arm around. No, get on with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a captain's referral from Scott Barrett, so he's probably got the information from Sam Whitelock, who didn't feel that it was very nice. But, look, no, there's nothing wrong with that. In my mind, you're both staying very quiet.
Yeah, it's frivolous. It's frivolous.
We could look at every breakdown if we're going to get to this point.
It's also very important. It's a heck of an important decision.
Ben,
Yep.
we can't find anything clear on any angles on the footage, so you're just going to have to play on here.
BP, I agree. So we're just they're going to lose their referral, and we have the penalty here.
That
Okay, time
really
back
was ridiculous on the part of the Crusaders.
I'm with you.
Have a shot. Sure. Sorry that took so long, but it's the rules, eh?
I'll just have them in mind.
And it's probably pushing the boundaries of what the captain's referral was for.
It definitely is, Justin. You're absolutely right. It's naivety, really, because You want to be pretty sure if you've only got one and you lose it with half of a game to go. You want to be pretty sure, and they've now lost that opportunity.
It's a genuine bit of foul play or recklessness that the referees haven't picked up on, that a player feels aggrieved by, like a simple clean out at a ruck where that is pushing the boundaries for sure. Right result. And the option that we spoke about is Mackenzie is going to take the 3. Can they go in just 2 points behind? That would be a result.
Big kick right on half-time to Damian McKenzie. And he swung it away to the left. Can't convert it. But half-time here in the final of Super Rugby Aotearoa. A cracking game. Crusaders ahead by 5. But he's an outstanding young player. He would have been disappointed at missing out on the start in this game. But he's out there now.
Well, they got picked off quite a lot by Sam Whitelock, appropriately in shot as well. Fantastic. That's what they'll look to rectify.
O'Keefe blows the whistle. Away we go in the second half, and taken down by big Cullen Reece, the number 8 forward for the Crusaders. Now Drummond back for Mo'unga, looking right down the middle of the park here, and taken by Gatland. And McKenzie will charge onto this one. So Jordan waits, and Jordan knocks it on. Taken down, and now Jacobson away for Lienert-Brown. Nicely weighted kick. Might be a wee bit too far. Diving, oh boy.
Well, Bridge will be hoping he doesn't touch that. Not that it's purposely put back over the dead ball line, but you simply cannot bat it back with your hand. Did he touch it? Doesn't look like it. Anton Lienert-Brown was the kicker, and also the chief pursuer chasing down his own kick. Does Bridge? He does touch it and hook it back.
He does.
That should be at minimal a penalty.
Well, Paul Williams is on the spot there, right on the spot. He's the assistant referee. I think they've missed one there, Justin, to be fair.
Big time.
Absolutely. One of the highlights tonight has been the accuracy of the tactical kicking of the Chiefs.
Wow, that's a talking point early on. Okay, so the goal line dropout, it's a mighty kick too. McKenzie feeds it now. Right on the Crusaders side of halfway, almost got through. Held in the tackle of Sanders though. Carried on by Ross. Weber, here's Akoi getting his first touch. Nice offload for Taukei'aho. And the Chiefs making the early running here. Away it goes, Weber for McKenzie. They rush up on him and close him down quickly. It's there again for Weber though. Now Ross, and Aidan Ross sets it. Weber for Gatland, right across as far as Boshier. Fainga'anuku holding him up in the tackle. Taken away from him by Taukei'aho, who was a ball of energy. Now Weber for Gatland. Nankiville dragged it away from near the touchline. And Weber again for Akoi. Thought about the pass. Held on to it. Set it up. Here is Taukei'aho again. This time held up by Sanders. Crusaders making a lot of tackles early on here. Akoi first receiver. Back for Taubau. Fired it back.
Knock on only.
And it's a knock-on advantage here for the Chiefs.
Tackle! Release!
George Bridge had to make a tackle. Weber sells a dummy. Nobody buys it. Now Soakula. Got it away for Taukei'aho again.
Why not?
He's in everything, the hooker. Ball turned over, no penalty.
Anyone's a
You're always
penalty.
in contact. You're always in contact as a tackler, no clear release.
I tell you, and it's, I don't think without debate at all, Codie Taylor has had a absolutely sensational Sky Sport Aotearoa rugby campaign, but Taukei'aho is right behind him. He has been sensational. He carried the ball 5 times in that movement, and with purpose and energy and determination. Some sort of an engine, some sort of a season. He's on fire.
Yeah, good start too to the second half from Akoi. I agree with you about the hooker. But one of the players that haven't had ball in hand enough from the Chiefs' point of view is Peter Gus Soakula. One of the reasons they've got to have him carrying the ball is he breaks tackles. He is so tough, and I can't really recall him having a decent crack yet, 43 minutes into the game. Perhaps they can look to do that.
Missed the kick just before half-time. Gets another chance here. 4 minutes into the second half. Damien McKenzie.
It's on the right side for McKenzie. Likes that shape, right to left, hooks it in. Started on that sort of right hand, inside that right hand touch. Right hand upright, I should say. Bring it around. Not sure if the wind's influenced it, Smithy.
No, shit all. And there is no rain as such.
So McKenzie's kick. He's got away to the right this time. So it didn't come round for him.
They started it there, and it didn't move.
Just hold up here for a change.
23 for 10 for the Chiefs. So Bryn Gatlin, who's done nothing wrong really tonight, for the flair of Chase Tiatia.
Okay, so McKenzie no doubt will come into 10. Here is McKenzie. Jordan coming forward to meet it. Ball holds up in the... Oh, beautifully done, Will Jordan. Now Reece sends it off to Mo'unga. Finding Fainga'anuku. No, yeah, it is Fainga'anuku. Blackadder has it now off the pass of Havili. And now Drummond. And away goes Mo'unga. How can he link up? Driven down and a good tackle by Lienert-Brown. And they've turned it over the Chiefs. That is fantastic. And here's Taukei'aho charging off downfield. Now Drummond. At least Weber gets it away. Hacked away downfield by Bosch here. Boy, this is some kick. And what a beautiful kick, Lachlan Bosch here.
I tell you, there was a scintillating break from the raw acceleration of Richie Mo'unga, but it was Chase Tiatia who comes up with a massive play. There he goes in over the top, gets straight back to his feet, which then enables them to get on over the ball and create the turnover. Excellent work, Chase Tiatia just on the field.
This game continues to deliver.
Good.
So the Crusaders on defence. Easily won by Whitelock. Quickly banged away downfield by Mo'unga.
Chiefs perhaps should be competing those line-outs, so the defensive line-outs from the Crusaders. They've got that extra height in the middle. I think they can afford to put a bit more pressure on. That was just a freebie.
Okay, time on.
A little extra height in here now for the Chiefs. Sits up well for Weber, but he gets overwhelmed, but he does okay too, Brad Weber. Spins out of a couple. Now Soakula. Here's Taukei'aho. Who else? Lays it back for Weber. Soakula. McKenzie looking for support on the inside. Lost it. Reece snapped it up. Gave it away to Taylor. And it's there now for Drummond. Off to Havili. Looking to get his way through, but strong enough to keep going, and he made it all the way to halfway. Drummond now, Mo'unga hands it away for Fainga'anuku. Quick ball for Drummond again. Bauer hands it on for Mo'unga, looking to get on the outside. Blackadder running hard. Not able to drag it in with Sanders, but I think he did recover it. Here's Blackadder. It's there again for Drummond. Everything being done at high speed here. Jordan slips the pass. Intercept! Just had the ankle clipped down low.
He won the ball.
Reece tried to get it over the top, and the Crusaders have won it back. Now here's Jordan. Drops a little kick in behind. McKenzie comes up with it. Now here we go again. McKenzie and Jordan. It's a two-man show. Weber slings it away for Nankiville. Little kick by Tiatia. Bounce of the ball will be interesting. Tiatia got it.
Both went for the ball.
Now Weber. Taken by Codie. Chiefs keeping the pressure on. Weber goes blindside with Luke Jacobson. 5 metres away, the Chiefs. And penalty.
Oh, got the ball back on the ground. You pushed it back a second time. No, but he got the ball. Sorry, you got the ball. They were both going for the ball.
So Chase Tierney is talking about the bounce of the ball when they both went up for it. He felt that Richie Mo'unga played him in the ear. If he's super confident that is a foul play, he probably should have mentioned that to Brad Weber. I don't think he's totally convinced. The referee, Ben O'Keefe, thinks it was a fair contest.
I think the referee's got that exactly right. That's a fair contest for the ball. Absolutely fair contest. Both eyes and hands outstretched for the ball, no problem.
Still no addition to the half-time score.
Stop.
15
Guys,
to 10.
We're into the second half. We're still having issues at the front with the gap. We'll make the mark off the AR. You guys stay there on attack and on defence. No, don't. No. You got the mark. Don't move. Stay.
Right. Sorted that out. Scott Barrett makes the line-out calls. Codie Taylor delivers. Won again by Grace. First receiver is Bridge. Makes good ground. Ploughed through the tackle of Weber. Crusaders moving forward. As Drummond sends it wide. Mo'unga goes high again. Again Jordan. Superb in the air.
There it is. There it is. No.
Got to be there for the Crusaders. Away for Grace. Drummond again. Now Mo'unga. Miss out pass for George Bower. Punishing tackling going on in this game. Here's Mo'unga. Holds it up nicely for Reece. Drops it on the boot. Then knocked it on, I think. Yes, he did. Got it back and knocked it on.
A back off flag and then forward off red. It was the second there was a knock on.
Bryn Hall will be on if they can get him on for this play. So 21, Bryn Hall, what a terrific replacement to bring on. Looks like they'll wait for this particular phase to play out. Chiefs will go for Ollie Norris, 17 very shortly as well.
Crouch! 5! 6!
Taken quickly off the back by Jacobson, running hard. Luke Jacobson makes good ground. And they win the penalty too, the Chiefs.
You've made the tackle when you're lying on him the whole time. No clear release.
And it goes against Tom Sanders.
Made the tackle, you're lying on him.
That's excellent. Number 8. Traditional number 8 play from Luke Jacobson. The scrum that the Crusaders are always going to put the pinch on you. It's too hard to exit directly with a kick. So the number 8's just got to man up, and he does man up. Powers off the scrum, pushes off Sanders, who has to then try and make a covering tackle rather than one on the front foot, gets them over the advantage line. There's the change Smithy mentioned, Mitchell Drummond. Another good shift for him, brings on the experience of Bryn Hall. He's used to playing in finals.
Yes, Bryn Hall, 104th game as they go over the back. Whoa! There's trouble.
Yeah, big trouble.
Codie Taylor.
Yeah. It's going to be yellow at best. He hasn't meant to do it, but it's his responsibility to protect the player in the air. That is the law now.
I've got a penalty live. Let's check. So BP, we're just coming up to you. checking potential foul play. We have a penalty only at this stage for what would look like a tackle in the air. We'll just make sure there's nothing further that we need to do.
Okay, Ben, we'll check for the tackle in the air, bringing that up for you now.
Just can't do this. You cannot do it. It will be, under the law, that should be yellow card. He's played a guy that's in the air. He's landed safely, which takes red card out of the equation. If they don't find a yellow card for this, then...
So he comes from distance, sees him jumping.
That's bad, but he's landed safely, and that mitigating factors do come into it under the new law interpretations. There used to be no mitigation, but now there is.
Let's just set him full speed as well, BP. Okay, so you happy with that? Yeah. Happy with that?
Yeah, it's fine to pull out.
Captain Codie. All right, it's the yellow card.
Well, Codie Taylor apologises to Damian McKenzie. He knew he'd got it wrong.
That's it.
Just confirm we've got the mark here.
You absolutely appropriate comment, Nisbo. He got it wrong, and he knows the law. And fortunately for him, Damian McKenzie landed safely, so it was only a yellow. If Damian McKenzie had landed in a very dangerous position, he would have received a red.
Okay,
so yellow, and now the Chiefs could peg it back to 2, Smithy, and down to 14. Holy moly,
yeah,
bring it on.
He's got to kick it though, and he's missed his last 2, and they could be crucial at the end of the night, because this bloke, his reputation has been the finisher, hasn't it, in so many clutch situations this year. But this is a grand final, and I don't care how much experience you've had, that's different. It's totally different, and he's missed 2 that he normally would kick so far. This simply has to go over.
And again, for him, this is the harder side of the field for McKenzie to kick off at, because he missed it to the right before on that right hand, but because of his shape, he has to start it again on that right hand upright, because he brings it from right to left. So he's got to have the courage just to throw it out there and trust his process.
Raindrops falling in Christchurch as Damian McKenzie lines up. A very important kick here. And he's away again. 3 misses out of 3. It's having a big effect on this game.
And they've taken Bryn off, so he's the only option now. He's the only viable option. He's a confident player, but you've got to be suspecting it's getting to him. Aidan Ross makes way for Ollie Norris, and 17 for the Chiefs.
Okay,
15 on, 14 though.
Right, so Wanga, they'll want to play as much of rugby as they can in Chiefs territory. Nanai-Seturo away for McKenzie. This will come down just in Crusaders territory, and beautifully taken by Bridge. So good under the high ball, the Crusaders tonight, as Bauer finds Jordan. Now Moanga jabs the little kick in, but ill-directed and taken by Nanai-Seturo. 10 out from his own 22 as Brad Weber works it away to the left for Taukei'aho. This time it's Weber. Nicely taken down by Moanga.
Counter's good. Okay, that's great.
Ball's there for Bryn Hall. Right on halfway. Havili kicks this time. McKenzie back pedaling. And you'll be hoping this goes all the way. Yeah, well. So they can take a scrum all the way back here, and it is on the Crusaders side of halfway.
Which will mean they have to have a hooker on. Codie Taylor off, of course, so Brodie McAlister goes on in 16, and I think the player that they will take off will be Tom Sanders to compensate.
7.
Opportunity now to speak to assistant coach David Hill from the Chiefs. Hilly, you're in this contest. In your mind, what's needed now to be able to put the pressure on to win this game?
Hey, Marshy, yeah, it's a great contest for sure. We just probably need to be a little bit more disciplined in our exits, and probably can play a little bit longer territory, not so much contestable. So down there and let them clear.
What's the messages now? They're down to 14. Is this where you grab the game?
Yeah, we pull the trigger. If it's on to go, we'll have a look. So opportunity here in the next sort of couple of minutes with our man down to have a good crack. So should be good.
Excellent, mate. Thanks for your time. You're in this. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Okay.
So they lose
Keep your distance so
Sanders to the bench, Justin. So that makes the
Let's
open
get set,
side
let's go.
a little bit more attractive, surely.
It certainly does.
Yep.
And when you've got somebody like Damien McKenzie, who I said is so dangerous
We said red,
when he gets lateral, it really does put pressure on defenders. So when you're one short, which the Crusaders are, which will be on this side that we're looking at now, you can see there it's going to be a big ask for Cullen Grace to cover this side. We shifted.
So Webber gets it out. Nankiville goes hard and going back after it. He regathered to Tiatia. Now Soakula. Quickly for Webber. McKenzie shovels it out into midfield for Tupo Vaa'i. Now Lienert-Brown playing in the middle of the park at the moment as Webber. Now McKenzie hands it on. Here is an overlap coming for Jonah Lowe. Drops it on the boot. And well controlled by Will Jordan. That's all he could do.
They're finding breaks. They're finding little mini opportunities to get through this very good Crusaders defence and making good decisions. Keeping that in field and forcing them to take it over. Excellent from Jonah Lowe.
Good. 16 minutes gone. Still a 5-point lead. Taukei'aho blows it in. Nicely taken, Soakula. Ta'avau makes the pass. McKenzie. Good defence midfield for the Crusaders. Now Webber again. Works it away. Low. Having a lively game. There's Jonah Lowe. Taukei'aho looking to spin away from some tackles. Bauer hangs on though. Now McKenzie away for Bashir. There it is again for Webber. McKenzie breaks down. Somehow it falls for Tiatia. Drops his knee onto the ground. And that'll be a penalty. Don't think he heard the call, actually.
I just don't think he might not have heard the call, but he didn't recognise that for a really brief microsecond that the player's knee hit the ground and then went back off the ground. And at that time, he hadn't recognised it, so he continued in the fight.
Need to know. Okay, cool. The TMO. Captain's referral, potential high tackle. Brad, on who? On Chase Tiatia. Sevu Reece, please. We've got a penalty here.
Okay, Ben, we've got a captain's challenge for a potential high tackle. We'll bring that up.
Now, Smithy, do you think he's bringing this up, Brad Webber, because, yes, it's a penalty in a more kickable position, but secondly, high shots are under a yellow card warning?
Yeah, well, I think that is a definite reason why, and it's the Chiefs were warned openly, and we assumed it was for both sides. This will be interesting because that would make it 15 on 13. They've already got the penalty, Justin, so they must think there's some real merit in this challenge.
Yeah, what?
Again, still 23 minutes left, and you might need another one. He wouldn't want to lose it.
Well, he said in the first half he had had enough of the high shots, so any more was a yellow card. And that's high. But the forearms clocked him on the nose, I think.
Is it cardable? That's the question.
It is if he's had enough of it, and he did say that he had in the first half, but funnily enough, he warned Brad Webber, not the Crusaders, didn't he? I just assumed it was for both sides.
Yeah, and it should have been for both sides because they both had been guilty at that point. This is big.
Big.
15 on 13, really?
Yeah. Does he go shoulder first?
It's quite reckless, to be fair. It's not like some of the earlier ones where the player just slightly got it wrong.
People just need details of where that first contact is.
Massive moment. It's untidy, really untidy for Sevu Reece.
Ben, the contact is to the head.
It's yellow. Yeah, it has to be yellow. I'm sorry out there for anybody who disagrees, but I think they've got no other decision to make.
Big call coming up here.
Well, there's two decisions to be made here. One, if he goes, what do the Chiefs do with their penalty? 15 on 13 and a kicker not going so good.
So, Brendan, I just need some details from you. I need to know whether the contact is direct with the head or whether it starts below the line of the shoulders, hit the shoulders, and then rides up.
Yeah, the contact is direct to the head, Ben.
You said that 2 minutes ago, Ben. I heard that. I don't know if you did it at home. Brendan Pickle.
There is direct contact to the head, Ben. We'll play another angle for you.
You're just looking for the angles?
I don't think they're picking up what Brendan
I'll make yellow
Pickle's
card here, Ben.
saying.
If it's direct, then yellow. If it's not, you go penalty. Yeah. So, Brendan, just some detail on where that contact is, please.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah, the
hearing
contact
Brendan
is
Pickle.
direct to the head, Ben.
Okay, so we've got direct to the head contact. It's a high tackle. For me, the danger's not extreme because he's flat-footed when he makes a tackle. I've just got a yellow card. Do you agree? Okay,
I
just
agree,
hold
Ben.
that mark. Right, bring 11 over. Sorry, 14. So the reason this is a yellow card is because the initial contact is direct to the head first. It's not severe force, so nothing further, but it is a yellow card, so he's going to go off, okay?
Me, oh my, we have a game now.
Well, I go back to my point. The Chiefs don't kick for goal now. Surely 15 on 13.
Where is it, VP? On the
Looks like
22?
they are, Smithy.
It's just too bankable, I think, Smithy.
Yeah, okay.
Wow,
But it's-
okay.
Timo
It
just
puts
checked.
them that one scoring play out from leading this
Penalty,
match, doesn't
high
it?
tackle.
Like,
How long left?
dare I say it,
Yeah.
McKenzie should knock this over in his sleep,
Well, he
but he
should.
hasn't been on song tonight.
And Codie Taylor's he's down to about 5 minutes. 4 minutes 40 and counting. Going to use up a minute or so of that.
I think we all agree we got the right decision there, gentlemen, yes?
I think so, Justin.
Yeah, I think the first one's good, yeah. I don't think the Crusaders will be happy just defending this.
Yeah, look, it's a roll the dice situation, isn't it? They've had the momentum the last 10 minutes, the Chiefs, so they're backing themselves to get back down to this zone and be able to accumulate more points.
The smile is not quite as wide this time as the kick goes up, and the kick goes over. 15 to 13.
We have a 2-point game now.
So it's a 13-man Crusaders at the moment, with Moanga hammering it away downfield, lined up by Lienert-Brown, and happy to push it away down towards halfway.
Changes coming very shortly for the Crusaders. We're going to see Ollie Jager in 18, and really, what a comeback that'll be with Braydon Ennor coming on in jersey 23. That's very shortly. Fresh legs for 13.
Crusaders are playing Blackadder at halfback here, which means they're going to drive. And they do. McAlister has it in the back. Good stuff here from the Crusaders. Really good. sure it comes back. No, it doesn't come back. So they won the battle but lost the war.
Yeah, well, you'd probably have to throw an argument out there as to they were moving forward right from that line out, and the only reason it didn't move forward was because it went to ground. Who caused that? The officials think the Crusaders weren't in control and the Chiefs didn't collapse, so they turn it over.
20 minutes remaining in the grand final. It's been a thriller right from the kickoff. And they've been in plenty of finals.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Steady!
So Weber gets it in. Looking to milk a penalty, didn't work though. Snapped up by Bryn Hall. Crusaders have done well to turn it over, but oh, they've lost the penalty.
Careful, careful. Leave him, leave him. No.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was Lachlan Boucher, who, in a mad scramble, managed to get himself back and get his one arm on the ball when they were desperately under pressure. A real mess at the back of the scrum. Cullen Grace came through, made enough of a mess of the ball for Brad Weber to turn it over. But then Boucher, quick as a flash like he is, was on it.
The Crusaders will get two brand new players and Codie Taylor back in about a minute. Outstanding scrum, Justin. Really was from the Crusaders to put that pressure on.
Oh, he got cleaned out, Lachlan Boucher, and he's paid the price now. I think he's clutching the left knee. Oh dear.
18 on for the Chiefs. Sione, Marfilio, and 18 for Angus Ta'avao.
Well, we knew this guy was going to be a star right at the start of the game. He might have missed a few kicks, but boy, he's had an impact, Justin.
He certainly has, and when you have players like Damien McKenzie, what you need is them in the game, and he got in the game right from the opening exchanges, getting in as a first and second receiver, decided to take on the line. He's been involved in not only the offense, but the defense as well. And in big finals, big matches with players in form, you want them touching the ball as much as they can. McKenzie has certainly done that. I get a feeling that his work in this final's not done yet.
Well, he scored all 13 points for the Chiefs tonight. And what a great comeback completed there as Braydon Ennor.
It's on for Fainga'anuku, which is an interesting change. Such a strong ball runner, breaks a lot of tackles, but Ennor on for his experience and brilliance. Jager on as well.
Bradley Slater throws, and ball knocked on by the Crusaders. Any one of three could have grabbed that, but just got a little over excited and over keen and knocked it on.
Okay, other changes coming from the Crusaders now. They're back to 14. Codie Taylor is going back on in jersey 2, and Whitelock Douglas, who wasn't named in the 23, is on for the last stanza of this game.
Guys, we're crowded.
So the forward pack is back to 8. Just one short at the backs at the moment.
Crouch! Bind! Come up, time off. Okay, for the new guys, Codie just come back on. We still have to have that space, okay? We can't be pre-engaged and it's just going to get worse and worse. Keep that space with the shoulders. Time will go back on when we're set.
I think this is where game management becomes pivotal for the Chiefs.
Get the space.
This is very easy to be this close and in touch in a final, to kick too much ball away. The Crusaders down to 14 men. This guy is orchestrating the Chiefs' attack. They need to make sure they get their balance right between carrying and kicking.
Scrum holds. Now Mackenzie. He's going to put some pressure on Mo'unga. He's got a bit of time, Richie Mo'unga. Oh, he does it well. And he initiates a counter-attack. Quickly on the infield. Now Hall. Hall looking to line up some support. Held onto it. Popped the pass up. Here's Blackadder. Could this be the Crusaders' time as Hall swings it off to Douglas? 10 metres away. Hall again. Out it far to Bauer. Hall looks across to his left. To Blackadder.
Tackle, release! You're a tackle, Sevu, release!
Releases it now. Hall for Jager. Penalty advantage coming here. No arms in that tackle. Mo'unga's drop kick is over. Kicked it under a penalty advantage. And Richie Mo'unga kicks his first ever drop goal in Super Rugby.
And that's exactly why I made the point that I did. At your peril, do you just kick the ball away to a back three that has Richie Mo'unga, who drops back from his position onto the wing of fullback, Will Jordan, George Bridge, who are so good in the air and so dangerous on counter-attack. The Chiefs did, and they got hurt big time. The composure of this man, but the skills.
Well, it was more than composure. It was brilliant to take his weight away from the oncoming players and still catch the ball, which gave him that overlap down in that side. It was simply outstanding.
So the restart. Taken at high speed by Cullen Grace.
No, you pushed him in there.
Now Hall. Back it goes. Mo'unga. They want to play the game in Chiefs territory, and that's a beautiful kick. 2 moments of pure genius from the little number 10.
Tamaiti Williams in jersey 17, and he is a big unit, and that'll be for George Bauer, who's been so impressive throughout this season. Joe Moody leaving the ranks. He's done a great job.
So now Bradley Slater has to find the mark. Does so. Jacobson away for Akoi. Soakula slips nicely on the inside of Taylor. Now Weber. Another kick coming up. Crusaders have been so good under the high ball tonight, and there's another example, but this time
He's walked straight across. 21.
they shielded and allowed George Bridge an easy passage.
And the other side of what I was saying about, you know, making sure you don't kick too much ball to the Crusaders, who are being heavily penalised in this game, so their discipline isn't great, is the fact that since they went down to 13 men and now 14, the Chiefs kicked that penalty goal. They have not been back to the inside the 22, so they have not really gained anything at this stage from those 2 yellow cards.
22 for 12. Rameka Boyhippy in jersey 22 for Nankivell.
So Slater with the line-out throw. Just under 15 remaining. As Slater goes deep, really deep, for McKenzie. Nailed in the tackle. There for Weber, though. Soakula back inside for Vaa'i. Right in centre field here, the Chiefs. And appealing for the penalty and getting it.
Arriving player on the ball. Arriving player on the ball.
Big play by Ethan Blackadder. Just 90 seconds until they're restored to 15.
It's a big player coming on now for the Chiefs. If they need some impact, ball-carrying impact, they're going to get it now. In jersey 20, Zane Capelli, who was brilliant at Eden Park just 7 days ago, forced his way into the starting 23. It's for, I think, for Boschia.
Oh dear, this is a look away moment. The old dislocated finger.
minute 20 now for Sevu Reece, and they'll be back to 15. And during that 14-15 minutes where they've been down, Justin, it's 3-all.
Big final coming up in Australia following this game. The Reds at home to the Brumbies. Pretty sure both the Reds and the Brumbies are in New Zealand next week. Certainly the Brumbies are here in Christchurch, and I think the Reds are in Dunedin, Justin. So it'll be a fascinating game to watch as we kick off the Trans-Tasman version of Super Rugby.
Yeah, oh, you're absolutely right, Smithy, and it goes all the way back, doesn't it, to the Chiefs taking the 3 points. If they were going to take the 3 points, they had to back their strategy, their game plan, their ability to get back down while the Crusaders were down to 13, to put them under pressure to get more points than the 3 was going to offer them. They haven't been able to achieve that. Now, is that a lack of their ability and their game management, or is it just the Crusaders and their ability to have players like Richie step up and control the game?
So play to resume with Codie Taylor to throw. Nicely snatched down by Barrett as the Crusaders control the ball at the back. Through Taylor. Rain coming down. Playing good. Wet weather footy here, the Crusaders. Edging forward. Still going. Now, can they hang on to it? They do, as Bryn manages to drag the ball away. They've got a penalty advantage here, have the Crusaders. And it's been dropped by Havili. We'll go back for the penalty.
You're offside.
So Mo'unga will have a shot at goal here. And this is an important kick. It'll give them
offside, so you got to stay down the whole
an 8-point advantage, meaning the Chiefs would have to score twice.
Sevu Reece will be on at the completion of this play, and you think he'll be busy for the last 12 minutes? I reckon he will.
A conversion, a penalty, and a drop goal so far tonight for Richie Mo'unga. And that rain is now heavy. Lovely kick. A really important penalty goal by Richie Mo'unga. 21-13. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the game as Mackenzie's kick is down as far as Mo'unga, and he makes certain of the kick into touch.
He's just pulling the strings now. The last 15-20 minutes, it's absolutely what you want to see from your general. He has been simply world-class. Brad Weber's night's done. Te Toiroa Tahuria is back on. Can he provide some magic? He was very good when he came on early in the game.
So Slater throws, and it's not good. It's been knocked down by Taylor. Went backwards, so play on as Hall slings it away. Here's Mo'unga again. Another tactical kick. Waiting was Lienert-Brown. Really close to the touchline there. They drag it out nicely. Got to take some real risks now. Bad defence by the Crusaders as Norris taken to ground. Now the ball comes out and Mackenzie has to clear it. But Jordan is back. And he'll kick and chase as well. Keeps it nice and low.
Right here, Crusaders.
Did very well. Did Anton Lienert-Brown. Back for Damien Mackenzie. Now they're all on side here, but in fact it's gone into touch anyway.
Keep that space. Chiefs ball, Chiefs ball. Keep that space, Red, keep the space.
Desperation time now for the Chiefs. They've got 10 minutes.
Red, stay, Red,
They've pulled off some miracle victories this year. The Slater throws, deflected by Jacobson. Tough for Taukei'aho, but he did well. Soakula stands over it, slings it wide for Norris. But they hit him well and truly behind the advantage line.
Use it!
Taukei'aho lobs the kick up again. Oh, George Bridge, fantastic. Still in as Whitelock. Now Douglas. Moanga taken down by Slater as the Chiefs go pouring into it. Can't get it though. Now the kick from Havili. Taken down by Tia. And they're going to have to hold up.
Boys, it's unfair to play on. You're going to restart the scrum here now. We'll be there, boys.
You've got an idiot on the field, so we'll just hold A here. This was fantastic.
But he's out.
But he's out, yeah.
Well, look, this performance from the Chiefs has been full of courage, mana, and basically what they've shown us in the last half a dozen games where they've really stepped up. But I just have to probably say, if I'm going to be slightly critical, their management of this game since the Crusaders went down in numbers has probably not been good enough. Not that they're out of it yet, because this guy in that period, well, he just simply stepped up and took control of the game. His kicking game has been outstanding. His goal kicking has been on point. Early in the game, he was nice and flat, picking the right players. When he puts that foot down, his acceleration is second to none, I think, out of any player on the planet. His ability to beat defenders, change the game. Man.
Mitchell Dunshea, yeah, impressive, Justin, you did right. Mitchell Dunshea is on for Cullen Grace, so that'll mean Scott Barrett will go to the side of the scrum. Simply the recipe now, the Chiefs cannot let the ball get into Mahanga's hands. It has to be in Mackenzie's for the next 9 minutes.
Okay, so play came back to where the foot went on the line, and Norris takes it in for the Chiefs. 8.5 remaining as Vaa'i tries to wriggle out of a few tackles. Taukei'aho away for Soakula. Hasn't been able to make the meters tonight that he had previously. Now McKenzie bumps it away down. Jordan has all the time in the world here and throws a loose pass. It's all over the place, and the Chiefs might have grabbed this and turned it over. So a rare mistake by the Crusaders as Akoi takes it to ground. Now Poihipi making ground towards the 22. McKenzie's in the play. Here he goes. Went backwards. So Lienert-Brown has it inside the 22. And hello, a knock on.
Yeah, guys, knock on the ground. So you've lost it, and your player who's in front is actually offside as well. So it's a knock on into a player in front, but just a scrum.
Anton Lienert-Brown doesn't agree, but it's not the last 5 minutes.
He can't. Because it's not our play, it's not the last 5 minutes. Mate, you don't
so dangerous. That's that lateral movement that I mentioned when he gets it deep out the back and takes that angle. He can skin defenders. I'm also struggling to see where the error came from Anton Lienert-Brown, but James Dolman was right there. He obviously saw something.
Well, there it is. The perfect record.
Crouch! Fine! Sit! Steady!
Both front rows go up, and the Crusaders get the penalty. Well, the moment the front rows come, the referee really was obliged to blow it anyway. So the kick doesn't go out, and the Crusaders are going to try and launch from the back. Mo'unga makes a great tackle. He can do it all tonight. And they win a penalty.
Well, he mistouched Mo'unga. Did he make up for it or what?
Hands in the ruck. No, you can't.
Sure, the Chiefs, had it been another 30 seconds on the clock, might have
on the ground.
challenged that.
I don't think there was anything to challenge, though. It's all the Richie Mo'unga show at the moment. He's doing absolutely everything. He's got the ball on a string, whether it's in hand, on foot, and then when he needs to come up for the defensive plays, the man making the tackle and the man over the balls, David Havili. These guys know how important that is. He's pumped in the coach's box, Razor, and why shouldn't he be? The way that they have gone about wrestling this final away in the last 20 minutes from some of their big key players has been simply impressive and outstanding in the way that they have shut the Chiefs out of any opportunity to get another sniff in the last quarter so far.
It's another three. Mo'unga does it again, and it's 24-13.
Codie Taylor's great season has come to an end. In this competition anyway.
The kickoff taken down by Blackadder. Just 4 minutes remaining. Another engravement on the cup as Hall bangs it off. Taken down by Tia. Now it's Lienert-Brown. Taukei'aho. Norrisor breaks down. Crusaders have snaffled the loose ball quickly. Back now by Havili. Just playing the percentages, and he's just overdone that one.
It's on the line.
So back to where the kick was made. Not sure why the crowd are booing here. Hit the line.
It's on the line. It's on the line. Yeah. On the line's out. On the line's out. Don't creep in, Scott. Don't creep in.
So the Chiefs have another go. Here's Kula charging hard in midfield. Taukei'aho away from McKenzie. Quick hands. Tia rushing onto it. Good tackle made by Havili. Just got him in the nick of time. Now Nanai-Seturo. The Chiefs will keep hammering away to the end of this. They've got a penalty advantage here. So the kick and chase. Nicely fielded by Reece. But back for the penalty with the Crusaders offside. No tries at all in the second half.
Time off.
Well, if they have something, as Roger Randall said at half-time, innovative and special off the line out, it needs to happen now. They need to get this ball down into that zone, execute some sort of set play, to be able to give themselves one last throw of the dice. If they could go over, they'll get one last crack at it, but it has to be now.
Which does beg the question, when they had them down to 13 and they had something special, why didn't they try it then? You've got to beat the Crusaders. They're not going to lose to you. You have to go and beat them. And they have been beaten on this ground this year. With a side that just get going at them, the Highlanders.
That's a good point. And I certainly feel that the Chiefs have kicked away, particularly in this last quarter, way too much ball, and they've just let the Crusaders get momentum into the game. They just look so much better when they carried, but they've just not been down into this zone really for much of this half at all.
Come down, Red, come down!
So last throw of the dice really here for the Chiefs. They've got to score around about now and then get back to halfway as fast as they can. Tauriarangi, now McKenzie shovels it on. Tia, cut down on the tackle of Reece. Tauriarangi charging onto it, go the Chiefs again in the form of Luke Jacobson. And there's a knock on there. And that pretty much spells the end of it.
Well, they tried. They bounced out the line out, which was well taken by Arkoi onto Tauriarangi. McKenzie with the flat pass gave Tia that opportunity, but look who's there. Sevu Reece, you said that he'd have an influence. You said he'd be everywhere, Smithy, when he came back on. Well, he needed to make that tackle, and he did. Look how pumped he is. Look how pumped they all are. They know how special that is. For all their razzle-dazzle, a bit of brilliant defence. They hold on and shut the Chiefs out.
They know it. They know it in the coach's box. As Hall drops it into the last minute of the final. And they're going to get a penalty.
Lost the bind. Tight head, lost his bind.
The Tyke 5.
Hey, Sevu!
Having a big save.
Well, they've gotten off the bench tonight, haven't they? And that's always been their recipe in games like this. Total commitment from the 23. Here he comes. He is an absolute legend, and his status has just grown again tonight.
So down to the last line out of the game. As the siren goes. McAlister to feed the line out. And the Crusaders will want to finish on a tidy note and just get it out. And they do get it out. They've done it again. The Crusaders win Super Rugby Aotearoa 2021.
Chiefs outfit under the guidance of McMillan came down here, and they were in this final. They were in the contest. They showed heart, they showed courage, and they got right stuck into it. But this Crusaders team, no matter how many finals they've won on the bounce, how good they are, when you see these pictures, it shows how much it means. It's certainly not lost on them what they've achieved against a very good side this evening.
Total ecstasy from the Crusaders, many of whom have done this a number of times before. And the man at the centre of it all, Scott Robertson, wins another one. Okay, let's go down to Jeff Wilson, standing by with the winning captain, Scott Barrett.
Well, Scooter, congratulations. I've waited all season to see you smile, mate, because it's never easy, but run us through that. The fact you had to do it the hard way. Every campaign is different, but this one tonight, how special?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, every campaign's different. None harder than others. Everyone's special in their own right, and tonight it was an awesome effort. So proud of the boys.
You think last year you didn't have to go through a final to win it. What was different about this moment? The fact you had this crowd, this team had to go through this challenge.
Yeah, I think it's been a challenging 12 months. Myself, this team, you know, this season hasn't been smooth sailing for us, but we've hung tough, and yeah, awesome effort tonight.
Let's talk through that. A couple of yellow cards tonight. You've had injuries through the course of the season. Is that what makes this environment so special?
Yeah, we talked about finals being won on big moments and cards and momentum shifts. Yeah, so proud of the boys. You know, we got down to 13 men there for a while. Yeah, it was tough.
Let's talk about Razor during the week. In fact, he finds a way to reframe every week in terms of preparing. What did he do this week? Did he do anything different? Did he give you that little bit of confidence going in that you needed to get yourself across a very good Chiefs team?
This group of boys, they don't need much motivation. They're so driven, keep striving to be better. And this week, like, I've never seen excitement like it. Yeah, it's been so good.
You haven't been on the other side before, but you got a feel for this Chiefs team, who this year certainly turned their season around, and tonight they gave you everything you could handle. Yeah,
I think the Chiefs have certainly been a team that have led the way in terms of those tight battles and tough moments, and they've won a lot of battles down to the death, and yeah, we take our hat off to them and their season so far.
Come on now, you're the leader of this team. When you get down to 13 men and you're facing it in front of you and you've got a slim lead, what is it you told the boys?
Yeah, we just talk about clearing the mind. You know, we probably had to lift a wee bit. Not trying to do anything special. The ball was a little bit wet, so territory was huge, and Richie and the backs put us in the right area of the field, and we let our defence do the rest.
I was going to say, Richie found a way to do something special. Go and enjoy it. Congratulations, well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Let's go across now to Brad Webber with Kirsty Stanway.
Thanks so much, Jeff. And Brad, thank you so much for joining us. You've just shaken hands with your side and the Crusaders as well, and you had a really nice moment there with Richie Mo'unga. Can you share what he said to you?
Oh, he just congratulated me on leading the boys to here, and you know, just what an awesome job that our lads have done this season. He was really impressed, and you know, obviously gave the same back as he's the linchpin of that team, and he's been outstanding all year, and just you know, obviously I'm bloody devastated, but happy for him.
You're such an amazing competitor, we know that, but you're also a very emotional, driven player. So how are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm absolutely devastated. This is not how I saw tonight going. I envisioned us winning tonight. However, you know, we did our absolute best, man. We threw everything at it. We had a hell of a week, and we threw everything at them. We just weren't good enough tonight. The Crusaders were incredibly clinical, even with guys in the bin, and their set piece was just, yeah, it was too good tonight. You know, I've said all season that if you can get parity with the Crusaders at set piece, you can go a long way to beating them, and we certainly back our phase play attack. And when we got going, geez, we looked all right, but just couldn't get enough of it.
I know this wasn't the result that you wanted, but you did make it to the final, so you must be incredibly proud of this side.
Oh, yeah, that's an understatement. Like, any other team, I think, you know, would have broken and fractured, but we stayed true to each other and to the team and to the organisation, and, you know, we stayed tight, and, you know, the results went our way because of that, and no one complained. We all stuck to it, and geez, I love those boys. They're such a pleasure to lead, and yeah, just gutted for them, but hopefully we can keep a lot of us a bit of continuity intact, and we'll be back.
Hold your head up high, Brad. You did the Chiefs region very, very proud tonight, so thank you for joining us.
We'll do, and can I just quickly say too, there's so many Chiefs fans that came down from all over the show, and we saw them all about town in Christchurch today. It was like, holy, we might get 50-50 here at the stadium, so we could hear the cowbells ringing, and man, they really deserve this because, yeah, there were some thin times and they stuck with us. So thank you guys. Thanks to everybody that came down and everyone at home too. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Brad. Tēnā koutou katoa, talofa lava, bula vanaka, malo elele. Good evening and a very warm welcome into this special presentation for Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa champions. I would like to start by acknowledging Ngāi Tua Huriri as mana whenua, people of the land. And just a bit of background on the trophy. The beautiful tonga is called Tū Kotahi Aotearoa, which means stand as one, the Super Rugby trophy. It was carved and created by Otaki's Bill Doyle. The trophy represents the coming together of all 5 New Zealand franchises after the turmoil of COVID-19. The tōtara base represents an upturned waka, while the traditional pounamu mere signifies the strength and unity shown from rugby to bring each and every one of you together. It's important to note that the pounamu came from Potini, Ngāi Tahu, and Ngāti Waiwai as iwi from Arahua. And a big ngā mihi thank you to New Zealand Rugby for making this competition possible. We've witnessed the most amazing competition over the last 11 weeks, and it would not be possible without you. It is now time for the formalities. We have Dr. Farah Palmer here to do the honours and hand over the amazing taonga to the Super Rugby Aotearoa champions, Scott Barrett and the Crusaders.
Crusaders, they win their 5th straight Super Rugby title. The Lions Hawaris, and then back-to-back Super Rugby Aotearoa champions. This year, however, in 2021, it took a final against the Chiefs, and it took all of their effort, down to 13 men, and they get to hold up the trophy once again. This is an impressive performance. Mills, Honey, Nuggie. Mills, you think about this, the Chiefs had their chances. This was a missed opportunity, but you cannot take anything away from this champion side.
Oh, absolutely not. And when you look at you down to 13 men, that's when they ramped it up. You think they sort of have to go down and sort of play a little bit safe. But in the end, they ended up taking the game to the Chiefs, depriving them of possession, making really good decisions, and key men stood up.
Yeah, for me, key moments, and we've talked about big players stepping up, and Richie Moanga makes that breakout. And wow, look at this.
And we knew it was coming. Nuggie, I know it hurts to sit here as a player, but I tell you what, he's an entertainer.
No, you just have to respect what they've done. Congratulations to them. Best team, and they showed up tonight. That was the Crusaders of old. Grinded away, and in that 3rd period, as Mills said, they just dominated territory and everything.
I think he's slowing down. I think he's slowing down now. Come on now.
He's building it up.
I reckon it's a little bit wet. The rain comes. But look, he celebrates in style. He's incredibly proud of his team, but he has changed the course of this franchise since the moment he got involved, Mills. And the crowd love him. They celebrate rugby with him, and in the end, he's created what is a legacy.